finally, after a year of build-up, WrestleMania 28 came, and stayed up till 4 a.m. last night watching it in the UK. And I have to say, first impressions, it was a brilliant WrestleMania. Started off slow, but got brilliant towards the end. And I'll just talk you through the results now and what I thought of them. So straight away we had not an official WrestleMania match, it was a preview match, it was live on YouTube actually, which was Primo and Epico versus the Usos versus Tyson Kidd and Gabriel for the tag titles. Alright match, it's nothing different that you've seen on SmackDown though, so it was just there really to get the crowd hyped, and Primo and Epico did retain their titles, so it was a decent starting match. Then as WrestleMania started, we moved straight on to Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. A lot of people have got opinions on this match. I just think it was really shocking. What happened was Sheamus came out, then Daniel Bryan, and we were getting ready to watch a brilliant match. They've had a feud for quite a while now, getting built up quite a lot, and we were quite excited to see a big match between these two. Sheamus obviously having his first WrestleMania as a face, and Daniel Bryan in his debut WrestleMania. So we're excited to see them two put on a great match. And as soon as I got sat down ready to watch it, it was over, because what happened was Daniel Bryan kissed AJ like he has been doing recently on SmackDown, and that turned his attentions towards Sheamus, and then bang, he hit him with the bro kick straight away, pinned him, 1, 2, 3, Sheamus is the new champ. Really shocking. I was sat on the edge of my chair. I had only just had my drink ready, and we were done. Had a WrestleMania match over already, championship match done. I was really shocked at that, and I think it's quite a bad decision by WWE to do that actually, because there's a few silly moments in WrestleMania this one. So we've had Brodus Clay later on in the show. Brodus Clay comes out with his mummers, and they do a massive dance on the stage, which was really, really stupid in my opinion. And I think, why did we have to see that when we could have had a decent length Sheamus and Daniel Bryan match? That we can't control what WWE picks, but that means that Sheamus is the new champion, and I do think Daniel Bryan's still going to come out of this well, because I think they'll draft him over to Raw, and then he'll be a top heel on there as well, because he's done so well on SmackDown. I think it's just time to put him on Raw. So we'll have to see where Sheamus goes with his title as well, and I am looking forward to seeing him as the champion, but it's just a shame that the way their match was played out. Then next up we had Kane versus Randy Orton. I wasn't really too excited about this match, but as the match got going, it got quite exciting. You had your usual Randy Orton moves. You had Kane was doing well as well, considering how much older he is and things like that. He's still jumping about the ring. He's still got it, but I do think that this was probably his last WrestleMania. Kane did actually get the win, which was quite shocking, because you don't really see Randy Orton lose cleanly, especially to someone like Kane, who over the past 5 years or so has just been a jobber. He hasn't really had any proper big feuds, apart from his one with Edge a couple of years back, but Kane really hasn't been his Attitude Era self in these past few years, and to see him beat Randy Orton in WrestleMania was quite shocking actually. The only one thing I did think that they've done this for is because I do think it is Kane's last WrestleMania match, and they wanted to send him out on a winning, on a positive end to his career, so he's getting a win at WrestleMania. But I'm quite interested to see where Randy Orton goes with this, because obviously he's not going to enjoy losing to Kane. So it was a decent match overall. Kane hit him with the super chokeslam off the top rope, so there's quite some good moments in there. So looking forward to seeing when that develops. Then we have Big Show versus Cody Rhodes. A good feud between these two on SmackDown as well. I did think Cody Rhodes was going to get the win because he's up and coming, and I did think they were going to use this as an opportunity to get him over with the fans even more, to prove that he can knock off the big guns of WWE. But no, Big Show got the win on this one actually. It was quite an even contest between the two, and then Big Show knocked him out with the knockout that he does. got him down for the pin, 1, 2, 3, and then Big Show's new Intercontinental Champion. But after the match, I did think it was that they do have plans for Cody Rhodes actually, because as we have just had Sheamus as the new champion, I think Cody Rhodes will be feuding with Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship now, so that's going to boost his career up onto the next level, so that'll be good to see if they do that. And then we had Maria Menounos versus Kelly Kelly, and Maria Menounos and Kelly Kelly versus Eve and Beth Phoenix. Not going to say much about this match because I don't really like the celebrity gimmick matches they do at WrestleMania, but they got the win over Eve and Beth Phoenix after Maria Menounos rolled up Beth Phoenix, so that was that match. Then the first half of WrestleMania was out the way, and we moved on to the second half. And the second half was absolutely brilliant. It was some of the best WWE I've seen in many years. The second half, we had to kick it off. We had Taker versus Triple H in the Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels as the special ref. What a match this was! This was brilliant. Complete edge of your seat action. Start straight from the beginning to the end. Shawn Michaels was very down the middle to start with. He was doing really well. Kind of stayed out of it for a bit. Taker started out on top, and then Triple H came out on top, and they weren't doing proper wrestling moves. We had chair shots, sledgehammers, the steel steps. We had finishers going all the time, like choke slams, pedigrees. And there was one moment that I thought the streak was over when because actually Undertaker got Shawn Michaels in the Hell's Gate to stop him from stopping the match. So that was Shawn Michaels out, and then Charles Robertson came to referee. Undertaker instantly chokeslammed him, so that got the crowd excited. It was kind of a throwback to the Attitude Era when those sort of things used to happen. But and that got the crowd really pumped. And then obviously Shawn Michaels, when he came to his sense, he switched in music, Undertaker, and then that led straight into a pedigree from Triple H. And that moment I thought the streak was over. I did think it was going to end, but no, Taker kicked out. Match carried on, very brutal match between the two. Some brilliant storytelling in this match as well, because Shawn Michaels, it was as if he didn't want to see these two men battling it out with each other to the death. The two, they were just down, weak and everything, and Shawn Michaels just couldn't take watching it anymore. He was like sat in the corner of the ring with his hands over his face. And we had some more like big battles between the two of them, and then ultimately it did come down to a tombstone on Triple H for the pin. But after the match is when when it really got special, because we saw it was kind of a mirror image of last year's WrestleMania, but instead of Undertaker being down, Triple H was down. So Shawn Michaels helped Undertaker to his feet, and then those two helped Triple H to their feet, and they kind of had like a hug, and it kind of looked like their last WrestleMania. So this may be the last of Undertaker that we see, maybe the last in-ring match of Triple H we see as well. So we'll have to see where that goes, but it was very emotional at the end. They obviously had a lot of respect for each other as like three men from the past generation, maybe with their last WrestleMania. So it was very emotional, but that has nothing to take away from what a brilliant match that was. Definitely one match I'm going to remember for years. Then we had Team Teddy versus Team Johnny. Quite a good match. You had some good moments in there. I did think Team Teddy was going to win this, but overall it was Team Johnny that prevailed. Because at the end it was Zack Ryder who looked like he was going to pick up the win, but then Eve came in and she distracted Zack Ryder. He obviously wanted her to get out the ring, and then as that happened, Miz came and did the skull crushing finale on Zack Ryder, picked up the pinfall. So then Team Johnny got the win. So that means John Laurinaitis is manager of Raw and SmackDown now. So we'll have to see where that goes. It was quite an exciting match with all the mid-carders in there, but nothing too memorable, but quite an exciting match, that one. And then it was Punk versus Jericho. Very exciting match this was. This was the best wrestling match of the night, because the amount of work that these two men put into this match was brilliant. We had a lot of reversals in there. Like one of the best moments that I saw in this match was towards the end when CM Punk and Chris Jericho, they were just like, Jericho had Punk in the walls of Jericho, and then CM Punk crawled through Jericho's legs and then got him down into the Anaconda Vice, and it was just lots of reversals. They just didn't let go of each other for the last like 2 minutes. They had hold of each other the whole time, and they were just reversing everything they were doing. Even the pins, they were getting each other in pins and then rolling it up into another angle. So it was really exciting to watch. And ultimately, at the end, CM Punk got the victory with the Anaconda Vice to retain his title. But some brilliant moments in that match, and one that I'm going to remember for a long time. That was a brilliant performance by those two. And then we moved on to John Cena versus The Rock, the big match, arguably the biggest match in WWE history. Like you saw in my predictions video, I'm a really big fan of The Rock, and I did want him to win. We were in The Rock's hometown as well, so Cena was getting a lot of hate from this crowd, a lot of boos in this. Rock was getting strong cheers. We had. I was quite wary of maybe The Rock not being at his best because he hasn't been in a singles match for nearly 10 years. But he was good, I thought, considering he hadn't been in the ring for nearly 10 years in a singles match. He didn't have too much ring rust. He still had his classic moves. He was doing the sharpshooters, all that. It was typical Rock. After a trade of blows and finishers, it was really exciting match. I did think Cena was going to pick it up towards the end. And then there was one moment John Cena went up and he went to do the people's elbow, like the ultimate insult to The Rock. He took his armband down, chucked it to the crowd, did the arm waves and started to run. He jumped over The Rock. Rock instantly got up, got him in the position for the Rock bottom and slammed him down to the mat. Got the pin, 1, 2, 3, bang, Rock wins. I was jumping up and down. I was loving it because I didn't think that Cena was going to lose to The Rock. I thought they were going to make Cena go over The Rock to propel himself to the top guy in the business, but no. WWE saw sense and they made sure that The Rock won this match, which was the right thing to do, definitely, because if they made Cena win this match, his hate would have just grown and their top face would have been hated, which is not what they want to see. So I was really excited to see The Rock win this. I'm really relieved that we saw Cena lose in a clean way. We didn't see him get like illegally hit with a chair shot or anything like that, or no one came and ruined the match. But yeah, we saw him lose cleanly, and I was very excited to see The Rock win at WrestleMania again. So we'll have to see what this leads to. We've got Raw tonight, and there's strong rumours of Brock Lesnar coming back, and we also have to see who this Lord Tensai is as well. The rumours are that it's Albert, or A-Train as you might remember him by, so we'll have to see where this leads to. But yeah, very good WrestleMania. Started off slowly, got better as it got to the end, and it had some of the best moments towards the later half, some of the best moments I've seen in a wrestling ring. So I thoroughly enjoyed this WrestleMania, and I definitely one of the best in the recent years. So that was my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you thought about the matches, and how you think this is going to lead up to into current weeks of Raw. So thanks for watching this video. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video.